So while I'm here in the UK visiting family, I thought it'd be a good idea to show you a little town in the middle of Staffordshire, where I was born. So this is Tamworth in Staffordshire, and it's steeped in history. And of course, I was only born a couple of miles away from the town centre. So let's have a quick look around the town. Tamworth is a pretty little market town in the middle of England. It was the capital of Mercia over 1,000 years ago, and it's become a popular place to live in recent years due to the location and its amenities. The name Tamworth is derived from the junction of the two rivers, the Anker and the Tame. The junction being at Lady Bridge, which has been pedestrianised for years. One of the most interesting places in the town has got to be Tamworth Castle, which has been around for over 1,000 years. Tamworth Castle has been voted one of the most interesting places to visit in Staffordshire. And when you walk round the castle, you'll understand why. One thing I love about this castle is they don't mind if you video record inside. And of course you get to see some of the beautiful gold items that they found in the Staffordshire hoard. A lot of the displays give you a good idea of what life was like a long time ago. It's a bit scary, isn't it? It's definitely one of the most interesting places in Tamworth. And of course you can get a great view of the town and the park. I've got to say, it's a great experience. And make sure you check out the dungeon. Oh, you're Clara, aren't you?
I'm Clara,
Clara.
Yes.
So what's the age of the main building?
So the outside walls are the oldest part of the castle.
Yeah.
They date from about 1180. They are Norman, and they are the original and oldest parts of the castle.
Wow.
That's the outside wall and then the tower itself.
But there was something here before that, wasn't it? Wooden or something like that?
Yeah, so there was a wooden castle built prior to that. That was built about 1080, and that was just after the Norman conquest.
Oh.
So,
Certainly knows her history, don't she?
I'm a historian and I absolutely love history. Big history buff.
Thanks for your help.
You're welcome.
All right. So let's go and have a look at another old building here, and that's St Editha's Church, which was built, I think, in the 14th century, and I think it took about 20 years to build it. And it's got something very interesting, actually, because the staircase to the what should have been the spire is like a screw thread. So you go up on one staircase and come down underneath it on the other staircase. So you'd never see the people going up when you're coming down. This is a beautifully kept church, and obviously the bookshop and the coffee shop help towards its upkeep. But if you think that churches are boring, then Tamworth has quite a few other exciting things for you to enjoy. One of the interesting things that put this town on the map was the Snow Dome. The Snow Dome was the first building in the UK where you could actually ski on real snow. It's actually a great place to learn to ski. Of course, the Snow Dome has other facilities, including a swimming pool, climbing walls, ice skating, and there's a nice licensed bar and cafe too. One of the most famous people who ever lived in the town was Robert Peel, and he became an MP and eventually became the Prime Minister. But he also created the first police force in the world. And there's a small museum dedicated to Sir Robert Peel and the Peel family here at Middleton Hall, which is a beautiful historic building and museum dating back almost 1,000 years. It was even mentioned in the Domesday Book, and it's only a few miles from Tamworth town centre. The first police were nicknamed the Peelers after Sir Robert Peel, or Bobbies, which is a shorter version of Robert. And they're still known in England as Bobbies on the Beat. So this is Middleton Hall, steeped in history like lots of these old buildings. But I remember this little place when I was a kid. Strangely enough, it was derelict, and they've done a fantastic job of the restoration of this place, because you couldn't even get up the staircase behind me. Well, it was in pieces, to be honest. But what an amazing place it is now. And you can see by the old beams that they're leaning a little bit. But wow, what a building, eh? This is called a daisy sweeper. This must have been one of the first vacuum cleaners, and it's got a bellows. As you push the wheels, the bellows obviously creates a suction for it. I don't know if it would really work, but it's an amazing piece of equipment. So if you want a bit of peace and tranquility in the Tamworth area, this is the place to come, Middleton Hall, which is really pretty. And actually they've got quite a nice bird sanctuary as well. The Peel story is a bit of a sad one. The descendants of Sir Robert Peel, the 3rd Baronet, parted away and lost most of the family fortune, and in a state of bankruptcy, the beautiful house at Drayton Manor had to be sold off, and it was eventually demolished. Of course, today Drayton Manor is a very popular adventure park and zoo. So this is Drayton Manor Park, and I used to work here on the fairground, which used to be great fun. And of course there's a few of the old traditional rides like the carousel behind me, which I remember working on too. It's changed to a commercial place which is sort of reminiscent of Disney World in Paris now. So it's not the biggest zoo in the world, but it has got some interesting things in it, and the kids love it. Have a look at their website because it pays to get your tickets online before you get to Drayton Manor Park. Of course, there's a link in my description. On a sunny day, the castle grounds, which are between the castle and the snow dome, are very popular, and it's a lovely place to just sit and watch the world go by. But there's also a 10-pin bowling alley here. Not forgetting the luxury cinema, of course, which is only a short walk from the town centre. And sometimes at the castle grounds they have a festival on. Something else that's just on the outskirts of Tamworth that most people don't know about is the Daytona Racetrack, where you can hire go-karts and race around this fantastic track. The fastest karts here are 125cc and they go up to 70 miles an hour. And there's different prices depending on the type of kart that you hire. So check the link in our description. So check the link to their website, which is in our description. There's plenty of pubs, bars and restaurants in the town, and when I was younger it was always a lively place for nightlife, and it still is. Of course, the town centre pubs have always been very popular, but of course on the outskirts of the town, only a few miles away, are some great pubs serving great food. Like the Red Lion at Hopworth, the Tame Otter and the Fox also at Hopworth, the Amington, the Gate and the Pretty Pigs, which serves a very reasonably priced carvery every day. And not forgetting the Longwood, which is between Mile Oak and Fazeley. And that's just to name a few. Shopping in Tamworth is fantastic. You've got the town centre, which has got some great shops, and also the Anchorside shopping centre. Or you can also go over to Ventura Park, which is a massive shopping area. And of course there's plenty of places to stay, like the Holiday Inn Express, which is next door to the Snow Dome. So you could come on a holiday here and learn to ski at the same time. There's a Premier Inn and several pubs that do accommodation too. And only recently added is the Colin Grazier Hotel, which used to be the old police station. And of course one of the first places to stay in the town was this, the Castle Hotel, which is still very popular. So me and Trudie will be continuing our journeys around Turkey very soon. So don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss where we go next. Thanks for watching.